Another Hoops Live. Man, it seems like we have been doing these things forever, but I guess this is just a third one. We're here with Kyle Rode and Jason Porter with Legacy Realty. Jason, before we get to Kyle in the big game tomorrow night, I wanted to talk to you about something we had texted about earlier was house hacking. I thought that term was pretty unique. What is house hacking? Talk to our viewers about what that is, and I guess, can we avoid it, or is it a good thing? I have no idea.
Yeah. Hey guys, good to be with you again tonight. It's perfectly legal. First of all, let me maybe throw that disclaimer out. It's a completely legal concept, but so house hacking refers to a kind of an investment strategy. To be honest, Chad, what goes on there is it's an opportunity where somebody would buy a house as their primary residence, like either a duplex, a townhouse, a regular single family house, and the house hack part of it comes in, where you would actually get roommates who would pay you rent to live there. And so it helps to offset the mortgage. Great way starting out of a real estate investment strategy for people that are thinking about trying to get into real estate. So it's a fantastic way to do that. In fact, I just had some clients earlier today that we were talking about that and showing some properties to them with that exact idea in mind. But it's a great way out of the gate to qualify as a primary residence with your loan, but also to offset that mortgage very, very handsomely and get you on the right path.
Yeah, I would imagine there at Liberty in the Lynchburg community, a lot of folks that are just getting into it probably need that little bit of help. I know, I always had roommates, and that was a great way. I wish I would have owned the houses that we were living in and had them paying the rent to me. Especially, Jason, do you have to be like a handyman to own a house like that? To me, that's what always kept me from it. Was I was like, okay, if the water heater breaks, I got to go buy a water heater. And that was what kept me from doing the house hack. But it sounds like you're making enough money to be able to set stuff aside and actually just pay handymen and stuff like that. Is that kind of how it should work if you were interested in that?
Absolutely. It's just a math game, really. It's just looking at the numbers to making sure that it's not even about breaking even necessarily. It's about actually making money at the end of the month so that it's more than just offsetting your payment. It's actually setting you up for a little bit of a cash reserve to move forward. And I tell my clients all the time, I would certainly extend this to our viewers, that my Rolodex is their Rolodex in regards to subs and vendors and contractors. That's an important thing to have. You've got to know the people with whom you can call in an emergency and folks who you can trust. And I've got those folks now.
Very cool. Well, thank you for that. It's awesome to have you along with us on these lives. You've been around Liberty a long time, and what you're in the real estate business is awesome. So if you guys need any real estate there in Lynchburg, surrounding areas, I know you do commercial and residential, make sure you hit up Jason Porter, Legacy Realty. Don't have the website up here tonight, but you can find it on a C-Red. Jason's pretty easy to find there. So, Kyle, tomorrow night in the Liberty Arena. First ever sellout in the Liberty Arena. John and I went looking today. It might be the first ever sellout of any sporting event in Liberty history. I know we've had a few games, Jason, you might have been involved in, where we played Virginia Tech in the Vine Center, and they were standing room only. But I don't believe they were sellouts where we actually sold out all the ticket allotment. Super cool, super exciting. But I guess my question is, you were there for the Lipscomb tournament game, and you saw the Vine Center kind of have 9,000 people in it. Which would you prefer? You saw how it was against Regent, and I can only imagine how it is against Missouri tomorrow night. I'm going to be there with the family. It's going to be a fun time. But as a player, which do you prefer? Just the volume of people, or the proximity and the noise and everything that goes into the Liberty Arena?
No, I definitely think both atmospheres, playing Vine Center my freshman year, and then even like you mentioned, the Regent game, totally different atmospheres, but really, really both really impressive. So I'm sure tomorrow night, as my first sellout in Liberty Arena, it'll be super cool. We got a great team coming in Missouri, and like you said, I hope Flames Nation's rowdy and loud, and they make a home court advantage for us, like I know they will.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely be doing our part on that one, Kyle, for sure. So I'd be curious too to just think, we think back to some of these Power 5 games that you guys have played as of recently, and man, working our way through some big time programs for sure. And I love the fact that we're becoming a big time program as well. Um, how important is it? Do you guys ever talk about this, just in regards to the jersey that you're playing across from, if you will? I think it seems like it tees you up really, really well for postseason play. And all of a sudden, you've got Ole Miss under your belt. You've got Mizzou coming in. And, of course, last year, first game out in the tournament was Oklahoma State. But I guess the point is, how important are these Power 5 games out of the chute in preparing you guys for what comes on, certainly in conference and then certainly in March Madness, hopefully?
100%. I think there's a couple things there. I think Coach McKay does a great job preparing us in the non-conference with those high major games, so that hopefully you're prepared going into conference play, and then in postseason play, NCAA tournament, you have that experience. And I think he's done a great job. And kudos to Coach Martin in Missouri for coming to play us at Liberty and not having to go to a neutral site or an away game. I know we went there last year, and they were first class there as well. And then I think anytime we play an opponent, especially Power 5, a lot of the outside noise is, oh, you're playing a high major or SEC team in this case. And I think as a team, we really try to focus on really what we do, really, and that's consistent with every game, but still have the same respect for them as we do every opponent. And also just try to prepare the best we can. I know tomorrow in any Power 5 game, there will be a lot of outside noise and a lot of outside hype. So, but once you get in between the lines and when it's pregame, just locking in and playing like it's another game.
So, Kyle, I would say that you probably haven't shot the ball like you wanted to so far this season, from 3-point line at least. And it seems, we talked a lot about confidence and building that confidence with Darius last week. And something he said that he did was he would take the easy shots first. If he felt out of rhythm or he felt like he was maybe losing a little bit and he just wanted to see some buckets go in, he would take those set threes or own threes. I forget how he called them. But he basically said he wouldn't be shooting like fade away off the down screen type shots if he wasn't feeling it, like he didn't have his confidence. What do you do? Do you like to go to the charity stripe? Do you like to get extra practice shots up? What helps you build up your confidence to shoot the ball at a high level? Is it in-game shots that you have to get? What are the keys to, okay, I'm in a shooting slump. I'm sure that you have been in one in your career, in your life. What is it that Kyle Rode does to say, all right, this is what makes me feel better about my shot in a game? Is it game reps? Is it practice reps? Talk us through, what do you do to kind of get yourself back to that level we all know you shoot at?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's super fair, especially this season. Just like you said, not shooting it like I want to, but just trusting the reps. Like every day coming in, my teammates, coaches see the work that I put in, and then just believing in that when you get into the games. And whether you get a contested three to start the game or an easy look to start the game, you got to take it because you repped it out enough. And especially having players and coaches around me that believe in me has really helped, even when I haven't shot the ball too well to start the year. But no, I think it's a little bit of both. It's hitting some shots in the game because that's always good for your confidence, and then I also think it's just trusting your reps that you do every day. So.
Yeah. Darius mentioned reps were important to him too, so I wanted to throw that out there. He didn't say I just need to get in the game and get some easy shots. He said
no, he can just get in the game if he wants to. And
yeah. Same answer I think he had. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Kyle, I was just going to ask you a little bit about a little recap for Saturday's game against Maryland Eastern Shore. That was a ball game and super athletic team and played some tough D on you guys. What were some of the takeaways that you guys had as a team from that as you got a chance to go back and watch the film?
Yeah, no, I think we had a ton of respect for them after the game, especially they're a resilient group, and that coach does a great job. And they played us, and then they go over to UConn, who's top 20 in the country, and they're in a dogfight with UConn in the second half. So I think that team's going to be really good the rest of the way. And it was a great matchup for us and a great test for us, like you said. So I think we're just going to keep honing in on our details, especially defensively. Keep shooting the ball with confidence, and I think it was a great test for us, especially going into tomorrow.
Yeah, final question here really is not really a question. It's more of a statement just to see your thoughts on, we talked to Darius a lot about how fun this team is to be a fan of and how fun it is to watch you guys and play. And you play with a style that's really together. There's no individualism. There's no it's a team first. It's that style is fun to play, and that you guys are always giving each other, hey, good pass. I know, Coach Smith up at UNC started that, hey, nice pass type thing. But you guys are always doing that. It's a lot of fun. Does that start with? Is that something you've always had, and as an individual player? And the second part of that is, does that start with Coach McKay and the coaching staff of kind of making sure that that it's all about it? It's a team game first, and it comes from the top down. So I guess the two questions are: have you always been like that in teams you've been on? Have you ever been a part of an AAU team where maybe didn't jive like that? And what's the difference there? What makes that so valuable?
Yeah, no, I think especially in my own game, just kind of even growing up playing, and then in high school, kind of those kind of intangible things are something I always kind of like to pride myself in, and just making sure I acknowledge somebody when they make a good play for me, because I know how that makes you feel on the court when they do that to you. So I've kind of individually kind of always been like that in a sense. And then my AAU teams actually were great. I've had great experience, but I've watched the basketball where it's like, ooh, probably not the same kind of team that we are, but no. And I think from day one you get on campus here, Coach McKay does a great job, and our players. Like, I know when I got here, that group of seniors really made it known that, hey, like, team comes first, fully invested or you're not. And so I think that's something that stuck with me even since day one. You get on campus, one of our basic, like, kind of 3-man weave kind of drills. You finish the layup, you tell the guy good pass, or the drill stops. So just stuff like that. It kind of gets ingrained in your mind. And we all love playing with one another. I think that helps too. You want that person that either gave you the good pass or set you a screen that outside people won't see because you made the shot, or vice versa. But your teammate acknowledges it, and the coaching staff sees it. So.
Yeah, Jason, you got else?
Yeah, I was just going to touch on that too, Kyle. Last week we did talking about some of the stuff we talked to Darius about. I mentioned the leadership question to him, and it segues pretty well to what you're talking about. I asked him to kind of describe his leadership style. How would you see your leadership style, and especially being an upperclassman, a BMOC now, big man on the court? Yeah. What's kind of your leadership style? How would you explain that to us?
No, 100%, man. I definitely think, especially on this team, and even last year, I've probably been one of our more vocal leaders. I think Darius and Keegan and some of our guys that are also leaders on our team, it's pretty cool how we all lead in different ways. And even from the freshmen on, like, we all hold each other accountable and have kind of a horizontal leadership where everybody can, like, call each other out or compliment each other or have the freedom to say something. But I think definitely more of probably a vocal leader. I like to focus on relationships a ton, and making sure that I care about you before I just say, hey, like, whatever the circumstance may be. So no, I think probably definitely a vocal leader. I try to lead by example as well. So
awesome, man. Looking forward to it tomorrow night. You have an awesome opportunity to play in a huge game tomorrow night. Don't let that. I'm sure.
Super
Us
grateful,
as fans,
man.
I've been looking forward to a game like this in Liberty Arena for a long time. The Vine Center, a regular season game where it's a Power 5 coming to our place. Our fans are excited about it, and we have a winning team. This is a once in a lifetime so far for me. I expect plenty more, but as long as I've been covering Liberty basketball, this might be one of the most hyped and fun games. So enjoy yourself tomorrow night. I know you will. And Jason, appreciate you, man, and we will catch you guys. I guess we'll be talking to you, Kyle, in a couple of weeks. So good luck tomorrow night. Have fun, and we will be there rooting for you.
Appreciate it. See you guys there.
Good luck, Kyle.